Welcome to Gokula House on Sunday night, and we're going to be doing Kirtan, which is singing of the names of the Supreme and these mantras we have. If anyone needs a mantra sheet, they're just up there. And Kirtan's actually the prescribed method of meditation for this age, because it's such chaos, quarrel and confusion is the name of this age, and you know it's the perfect kirtan that you can. There's no hard and fast rules. You can dance, sing, sit, walk, and do it whatever you want. So, okay, I'm just going to do a little bit, and then the first part is some prayers to our spiritual teacher, which aren't on the sheet, but I'll just do two of those, and then the rest is call and response. So I'll sing the mantra, and you listen, and you sing the mantra, and I listen. So it's like a call and response sort of thing. Namo. Oh, and it doesn't matter. That's not anything to do with our voices, or luckily, how good our musicianship is. Luckily, it's in the mantras, and that's all that matters. So it doesn't matter. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Yatina. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Yatina. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gora Anga you, everyone. Welcome. Anyone just came in? We have Amir to do the same Goranga and a relaxation.
All right, Haribol, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much, AT, and welcome back. So we are going to have a mindfulness together now. It's called Goranga meditation. So just get my backtrack going. All right, so please sit very comfy for me, very relaxed, shoulders back, heads upright, and gently close your eyes for me, please. By closing of the mind, by closing of the eyes, we remove a lot of distractions caused by sense of sight. We've got 5 senses in the body: hearing, seeing, smelling, taste and touch. And in yoga analogy, there's actually an analogy of a chariot with 5 horses, where the chariot is our body, the 5 horses are the 5 senses. The rein is our mind, and the driver is our intelligence, who we actually are. We are not the chariot, we are not the body, we are not the senses. We are not even the driver, the mind, the driver of the chariot, the mind. Who we actually are is the poor passenger sitting in the back seat, simply having a rough ride. Why there is a rough ride? First, because of the road, the material world by nature is causing a lot of trouble for us. And second, unless tamed through authentic meditation, the 5 horses or the senses are agitated all the times, trying to pull the chariot to different direction. So this practice we are going to do now, after having some background info, is called silent witness meditation, which is a visualization practice. And the aim is to actually realize the nature of the mind and its position. Let's visualize sitting in a bank of a never-flowing stream. That could be a stream you've seen in the life before, or even an imaginary stream. The stream represents your mind and your mind stuff. And you are the silent witness sitting in the bank of the stream, observing its content. Just like the water in the stream could be clear or could be polluted, so is the stream of your mind stuff. Could be clear or it could be polluted, busy with lots of negative thoughts and negative emotions and stuff. But no matter how it is, it's not you. The stream is detached from the observer. Similarly, you are detached from your mind. Thoughts appear on the surface of our mind, just like the bubbles that appear on the surface of the stream. They appear and burst very quickly, unless you want to latch on a specific thought. If you find your mind wanders during the meditation practice tonight, just become aware of that and consciously bring your focus back to the practice. The mind is a sitting place for millions of thoughts, desires, emotions, feelings, and so on. If we identify with the mind, we are like a person who is helplessly swept down the stream with its very strong currents. It is, however, extremely liberating to realize that we are not the mind and that we are not the thoughts either. We are the silent witness sitting in the bank of the stream, observing its content. This is a wonderful lesson to realize, friends. 99% of people on the planet don't know that or haven't realized that. And that is why we keep trusting our mind and whatever propositions it gives us. That's essentially why there are lots of negative emotions like racism, hatred, jealousy, and stuff like that. Because we surrender to our mind. And guess what? According to yoga scriptures, for a person who actually hasn't adopted authentic meditation, yoga meditation, the mind is actually an enemy. Question is, how can I tame my mind? My mind is so powerful, I have no power whatsoever to beat it, to tame it. How can I do it? The answer is, through the transcendental yoga sound vibrations we are chanting here, like Goranga, Om Hari Om, Krishna, Gopala. These are spiritual sound vibration, extremely potent, having been kindly descended to this material world to allow us Atmas or spiritual personalities to actually experience union with our spiritual source and experience transcendental happiness. So, without further ado, we are going to chant one of these mantras, Goranga. We first join the guys, the background, And then we do a bit of Gauranga on guitar. Gauranga has 4 syllables. Go, ra, anga. And it actually means the golden Lord of love. So we are going to listen to the guys in the background one more time, and then we will join them. Let's listen. Let's join. Deep breath in, please. Go. Let's do 2 more. Keep your eyes closed and let the Gauranga resonate in your mind. So we just do a bit of Gauranga on guitar. Keep your eyes closed, and we now try Gauranga in a practice called active listening meditation, where we just actually try to immerse in the transcendental yoga sound and just listen and immerse in the ocean of Gauranga. Go All right, guys, please, this concludes our mindfulness program. Please bring your focus back to the room. And if you like, you can now gently open your eyes and probably putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth and massaging your face. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I now would like to invite my friend Jiva Krishnadas to come and give us a lecture on yoga wisdom. Thank you so much. Haribol.
I'm not sure I like the word lecture. It's not really. So, yeah, we're going to talk about, I'd rather say talk about yoga and meditation and chanting, practice that we've been doing. So, there's so many different, although the practice is really simple, as you know, everybody experiences all the time, there's so many different aspects of the practice to understand, and so many like tangents that we can go off on in connection with meditation and you know what it really means to tune into our spiritual nature and so on. So I'll just, rather than, there's probably a couple of things we could talk about, but before we do that, I'll firstly, you know, give anybody the opportunity to, you know, if there's something specific that anybody has that you may want to be curious about or, you know, interested to know about this practice. You know, I'll keep quiet for a couple of minutes, oh, not a couple of minutes, but for a little bit. And, you know, maybe think if anybody's got a question, we can try and answer. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say eternal spiritual being,
Yeah.
what does that mean? And, you know, like, how do we experience that we are the eternal being?
Right. Well, that's the big question. So, first of all, we all understand theoretically what it is, right? You know, pretty much. You know, we've got some concept of, you know, eternality. And that immediately, you know, brings us to, as soon as we talk about eternality, we're talking about something being eternal that's different from our physical body, right? Because the physical body's not eternal. So immediately we start to get a bit of an idea, and then you start to think about the characteristics. Okay, so eternal, something different from the body. Then what further characteristics can we try to appreciate? A lot of things, you know, this information, firstly, let me say in general terms, I won't go into it in detail why, but all the things that we talk about here, you know, it's not like I'm a person who gives my own opinion, you know, like this is not me and I'm not introducing some new teaching or anything like that. It's not that at all. This is just a very age-old traditional teaching of yoga spirituality. So that's needs to be said initially. So let's sort of start a little bit with what we know about ourselves. So, okay, so we know we've got a physical body. Then what else do we actually know? We've got this thing called the mind, which obviously is not physical, right? It's not physical, it's something, it's actually still material, but it's known as subtle material energy. So sometimes, you know, there's a little bit of confusion with a lot of people about that, you know, because the mind is not the same, on the same kind of level as, you know, this stuff, all this matter, so to speak. People think it's not material, but it actually is. In the yoga text, it's described as subtle material energy. So we know that's real too. So then we go a bit further and then we come to what's known as consciousness and awareness, which is even finer. It's sort of even finer than the mind. You can see that because we're aware of the mind. We're aware of our physical body. So what's this sort of thing that's beyond both the body and the mind? Beyond both the body and the mind is conscious and aware. So this consciousness and awareness, see, that's still finer, but it's still real, right? You can actually experience that. It's not like you're imagining that. Each one of us has our own consciousness and awareness. So that's even finer still. So that consciousness and awareness are described as being characteristics of the eternal person. So, you know, we're talking now about something that is non-material, but that is conscious and aware. So we're starting to get a bit of a feel of what this is. It's now then, okay, so we're still kind of on the theoretical level to some extent, although, you know, by our own direct experience, there's a little bit of, it's a little bit more than theoretical as well. You can actually, this is something I can actually experience or perceive. So, where do we go? Where do we go from there? So these things are described in yoga teaching. Actually, Mir, I heard him mention in his presentation a little earlier, he gave the example of the chariot. That's a classic description of, you know, describing the fundamentals of our nature. It's contained in these yoga texts called the Upanishads. One of the Upanishads has that description. I guess these days, in modern terms, you could come up with a different analogy, a similar analogy, like a motor car or something. But in those days, it was all chariots. There was no. So that was the analogy. The body is more or less the chariot and the horses. The body is the chariot. The senses are the horses. The mind is the reins. There's something that's even finer than the mind called the intellect. Is the driver, the one holding the reins. You know, like we use our intelligence to work our mind, so to speak. Isn't that right? You know, your mind comes up with all sorts of stuff. Oh, this, that. And then you have this thing called the intelligence, which decides whether you're going to follow that thing that the mind proposes. You know, like it happens all the time. This happens in daily life, you know. You might think of something, or a friend might say. Anyway, I think you get it, right? So the intelligence is the driver, and the spiritual soul, the real you, is like the passenger in this chariot. So this is how it's described. So I'm just trying to go a little bit more deeply into your question about what the soul or what the eternal nature actually is, and so we can go so far with our intelligence, just like I have done. We can only go so far with our intelligence and our mind to figure it out. Once you start getting more deeply into what's beyond the perception of the senses and so on, it comes firstly with hearing, with a little bit of faith. Like I'm talking about the yoga scriptures and what they say and the teachings, and you can go, okay. A lot of people go, no, I don't accept that. But for a person who's curious and thinks that there actually may be something and they want to understand it, then you start with a little bit of, faith, curiosity, and so on. And we can be guided in that way by the yoga texts. They can sort of guide us. The beauty of yoga practice in particular, and this kind of meditation that we're doing, is it doesn't always remain on that faith level. It might initially start like that. People come and think, okay, I'm going to meditate because it's nice and so on. But it actually gets to a point where you will actually experience this reality. And, over the years, I've seen it so many times that, when people actually practice this meditation, it leads to an actual experience that is just beyond and different to normal, ordinary material experiences. So that's the beauty of this practice. It doesn't always remain on the faith level. So when is that? I'm not sure if I'm not sure if you've done much meditation or you've come to that point yet. Sometimes it can happen immediately. Someone can, the very first time they meditate, something going on here that is, I always, tell the story. I always remember a girl once. I was at a meditation, and after half an hour of, pretty intense, by intense I mean loud and so on, she was like blown away. She was like, where am I? What's going on? What is this? All, with great pleasure, not confused or upset in any way, but just with intense pleasure. She was really experiencing the power of this meditation. And one of the things that the meditation does is that it actually reveals what we're talking about here, our spiritual nature and our relationship with the divine more and more. So there's so many things that we can talk about here. I thank you for asking the question, because it's given me opportunity to talk about it. But there's another sort of important point that we can make, and that is when you talk about our spiritual nature, we're alone in a sense, but spiritually, like in the sense that each one of us is an individual, right? You look around the room here, seeing all these different people in different bodies, and each one of us has got our own consciousness, our own particular understanding and our own way we look at the world and so on, right? So we're all individuals in that sense, and yet we're all related as well, spiritually related. Just like we in normal course of events, life, we think of our family as, they're my relatives, my mother, my father, my brothers, sisters, whatever, right? They're my family. But with spiritual vision takes us further than that. Once you understand that each individual is a spiritual spark, then you start to see things with wide-angle lens, so to speak. You just go way beyond my little family unit and you start to see, hey, there's this huge universal family that we all belong to. And there's a source for that. There's an original cause of all of us. And or sometimes we say the supreme cause, or we say the divine, or sometimes we say God, or however people, feel comfortable to say it. The idea is that there's an original cause or source, and each one of us is a part of that. So when to realise our spiritual nature, or what's our spiritual nature, it's more than just, people can have that experience of realising your spiritual nature, but the experience becomes more complete when you have this bigger this broader understanding that it's not just me, it's just like it's me and everyone else and the original cause from which we've come. And we say this all the time, the analogy is given in the yoga text. It's like a fire, a great fire with many unlimited numbers of sparks emanating from it. So the sparks are all individual, right? Just like us, we're all sparks, but yet we're all one as well. So this is, in the world of yoga teaching, you find a little bit of confusion about this. Some people, say it's all one. Yes, it's all one, but there's distinction as well, as we all know, right? There you are. There, you've got your own little spark of consciousness. Me here, each one of us. So there's distinction and oneness simultaneously, and it's the official yoga language for that particular understanding is it's called Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva, is how it was explained in olden times in the Sanskrit. Simultaneously one, yet distinct. So this is like who we are in a sense. We're part of that spiritual nature. And even having said all this is just like the beginning. It's more or less giving you a hint of our true spiritual nature. So is that helpful at all?
It is helpful. One more thing I'm confused about is,
Yeah.
is the spiritual aspect available only for humans, or all living beings are that part of the same source? Or
Yes.
how does
Yes. Good. Yes. That's another point. It's a very, very good point. Is that, talking about wide-angle lens and broader picture, that is the broader picture. Every single living entity is spiritual in essence. And this is another sort of... so sometimes people... the sign of a spiritual spark, put it that way, the sign of the eternal soul is life. Where you see life, and then you can define, okay, what's life? Well, you see it in different... In our life, you see the movements of the body and so on. I mean, we can go into a real technical explanation about this. My teacher wrote it once in a book. And there were different characteristics of life. For example, reproduction, metabolism, the tendency to defend. These are symptoms of an actual living entity, and we have them, just like if, even in the most seemingly insignificant creatures, if you prod them, they'll react in some way, so there's somebody there that's like, hey, I don't like this, right? So life, the tendency to defend, they reproduce and so on. So these are all characteristics. And yes, So someone will say, well, what's the difference? There's a big difference, and the difference is that the human form of life, this is all laid out in yoga, ancient yoga teachings. The difference is that in the lower forms of life we're meaning, and it's by degrees. You know, we all know that. Some people say, well, our dogs have got intelligence and consciousness and they're smart, and other animals. Yes, it's true. It's because to different degrees the spiritual soul is enlightened or not so enlightened. Just like us here, right? We're all humans and we've all got intelligence, and we're all, you know, sitting here and thinking about all this stuff, consciousness, spirituality and so on, right? But you won't find that in the lower species of life. You know, or they will have certain, you know, we see it in some domesticated animals and so on, and, you know, they're really almost like people in some cases, right? Even, you know, there's many cases of this going on where, you know, animals will come to the rescue of their own little family unit, or, you know, humans in many cases, right? So they've all got these human-like characteristics in that sense, but generally you won't find them talking philosophy or trying to understand, well, what's beyond, you know, our little life here. But they very... I saw this video clip the other day. It was kind of like porcupines defend their baby from the leopard. And it was really cool to watch. You had these two porcupines, and their only defence is these things that stick out of them. They can't attack. I mean, actually, no, that's wrong. This guy was using his body to try and prick the leopard when he came close. But they were just circling each other. And so we see that in animal, you know, different kind of animal species all the time. They'll be very tenacious, especially the women, the mothers. They're like tenacious in protecting their children. Really. You know, you get between a mother and their little baby and you're in trouble. So this is the difference. But yes, there is a spiritual soul there, but as far as their awareness goes, and you see that even in the human society. Isn't that true? You see some people that we look up to them because we say, wow, that guy's really classy. They're operating on a level of, you know, compassion and kindness and so on. And they actually live this, kind of live spiritual principles, as opposed to just talking about it and so on. And then you see other people who are just like totally ruthless and will kill you for, you know, it's shocking some of the things you see. You know, we've all seen them. You know, some young man will come up and smash a little old lady and just to steal a couple of dollars out of a handbag, stuff like that. It's like there's no spiritual consciousness there. It's just very low. So it's said that the human form of life is it's a gift. It's a wonderful gift that each one of us has, this human form of life, to be able to, you know, rise beyond all that low-class living, so to speak, and low-class behaviour, and have the, you know, to even be able to think about, oh, you know, I wonder, can we do better? You know, can we be kind to each other and so on and so forth, right? So we all have that. And, you know, one of the great misfortunes is that, in connection with this, is that in so many cases, I don't want to, you know, don't misunderstand me here, but one of the great misfortunes is that the official religious people and the official religious organisations of the world that operate in different ways, they've let people down. like in a major way. They haven't just let people down, they've turned people away from spirituality. Happens because of the, I'm trying to find the right word, because of the inappropriate, let's be nice and call it inappropriate. We could probably use a lot stronger word, but because of the inappropriate behaviour of so-called spiritual leaders and people, and this is why you take a lot of polls. In a lot of polls you'll see that so many people are actually interested in spirituality, correct? There are a lot of people are interested, but they're not. You talk about, oh, you want to join this religion or that religion? Nope. True? It's most of us. I'm like that. And you think, wait a minute, this is a religion here in this room. No, it's not. This is another thing I always like to, point out. There's a different, we're here, and I'm always mindful of it, that whenever you get a few people together talking spirituality, in a sense you've got a baby religion ready to go, right? Ready to take root and grow. And so anybody who's interested in genuine spirituality and in this idea that we just mentioned before about having this bigger view, if you have that bigger view, then you'll immediately go, yep, there's actually no need for religion. There's no need for Christians and Hindus and Muslims and everything else. You transcend that completely. You go into a different, just like, we transcend our little family units and go, actually, hey, we're on the spiritual plane. Well, same with, any kind of, idea which seeks to put people in little boxes or groups and so on. As soon as you do that, you lose the bigger picture. Now, it's a fact that you've got to take into consideration, though, that if you share this bigger picture with other people and they go, yeah, I like that idea, that's a good idea, then naturally you'll develop some kind of friendship, and okay, so it doesn't mean to say you can't develop friendships and gather with, just like me, some of our friends have got together and we put this place together and we come and cooperate in different ways. But it's a big mistake to think of it as a group that you join, because you don't. There is no joining. You can come as a friend or a curious person, and we can talk and so on. But we absolutely discourage this idea of join. Can you see the difference here? It's fine to have association, which we kind of need. It's helpful, and it's natural too. It is practical and it's very natural because we like to hang out with people that we share views with. But it's as soon as it starts getting into that kind of area where, oh yeah, we're in that group, or I'm a Hindu now, or I'm a Muslim now. As soon as you start, it's not necessarily harmful, but as soon as you start to really see yourself as something different from then you start having problems. Then it starts getting divisive. So in my life, I'm always mindful of that. That we don't do that. And the great spiritual teacher, Chaitanya, who introduced this method of Kirtan, there's many different stories about how he did that, and different incidents in his life and so on. But one of the, particularly in connection with what we're talking about, one of the notable things that he did, and we can learn from, is he went on a tour. He started this chanting movement in it was around about 500 years ago in northeast India, in Bengal province. And then at one point he decided he wanted to go on a tour of southern India. And teach as well. And as he did it, it's described how he went there teaching this meditation by just basically by the practice itself, just like we did earlier today with JT when he was, we were all meditating. That's it. You've learnt it. It's that simple. And he went all over India like that, just one place after another. And there was never any question of, oh, now you've joined the group or anything like that. No, it's just like, take this. You've got it now. You take these mantras, take these names of the Supreme, and there's your meditation. This will give you that broader vision where you can experience more and more your spiritual nature and your relationship with the Supreme, Divine. And so that's what he did. And it's like some of these people never saw him again in their whole life. Like try to imagine where in 500 years ago there's no telephones, there's no communications over long distances, are very limited and primitive in a sense. There's no cars. So people, when he goes on walkabout from northern India down to southern India, he's never going to see these people again. So, but he's given them this gift, which it's described how they held on to it their whole life. So that's our kind of, of course we're not as we don't claim to be of the same standard as he was, but we understand what happened and we try to follow it as best we can. So that's why, our programs here, they're relatively, relaxed. We're very happy to give this information, and we may see you again or we may not. It doesn't matter because you've got it. If you come here once and you take this meditation, you take it home, and it's yours, and it's our try and appreciate this. It's the natural. It's kind of like the natural birthright of everybody to have this knowledge, and that's why any true system of teaching is that they will understand this, and they'll understand that it's just there's never any charge for it, like if you come to a yoga class, we'll charge you $10. If you come to tonight we asked for a little donation for dinner and so on to help thing, but it's not really, you're not being really charged for the meditation, no. And if someone comes and says, I haven't got any money, can I go? Yeah, of course, don't worry about it. So that's, we're not mercenaries here. This is freely given, and this was how, when we're talking about how Chaitanya went to southern India, that's how he went. It was just freely given, just, and it's said that people, he was so influential, he was so spiritually powerful in his own life and consciousness that people were transformed instantly. And like I said, in some cases here we see that sometimes, the chanting is so, people really tune into they're ready for it, in other words. And some people are ready and some people are not. So this is why it's a bad idea to try and force spirituality onto people, because some people just aren't ready. And there's no rush, in our own good time. All this stuff about, you've got to be saved in this life, otherwise you're gone forever. No, that's nonsense. There's no rush. You can't force people. You can't blackmail people. You know what I mean? As soon as you start having those ideas, then it's not genuine, is it? It's just fake, So that's our thing here. I've got to stop now because they're telling me dinner's ready. So, we can pick it up another time. If I know I haven't answered you fully, but we can pick it up another time if you like and explore it. No worries. Thank you. So namaste, everybody. Thank you. So we're going to have dinner, and then we'll be back with more chanting soon. I guess we can have a little chant now while they're bringing dinner out, just for a minute or two. Gopala, Govinda, Rahama, Dana Mohana, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, 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 Gopala, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Okay, namaste everybody, so we'll be back soon.
All right, thank you for that beautiful dinner. That was awesome. And I was just going to say something real quick about that Gauranga breathing that we were doing, and Jiva Krishnadas was talking about it. And it's just so simple, and it's actually the highest form of meditation. It's not like, oh, it has to be something complex or hard. In this world, so many things are just so complicated, and like try and being a doctor or something. How many years you got to go to school? But the Gauranga is just so easy, and you can do it at home. If you wake up and you can't sleep or whatever, it's particularly good. And you just do Gauranga, or in the line at the bank or anywhere. Like I used to do it in the car on the way to work or on your break or anything. And you'll notice the difference if you just add it to your life. You don't even have to do anything else for a couple of weeks, and then you just really notice a huge difference. And it's just so simple. You don't need to play instruments. Like, it's nothing to do with how good a voice you've got, luckily for us. And yeah, it's fantastic. So we'll just do a few different mantras now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Yeah, the mantras are spiritual sound vibrations, so you'll notice anything in the material sound, it gets old really quick. But you know how many different names are in these mantras, and like Jiva Krishnadass, who spoke before, how like 50 years over and over every single day. Probably he's been chanting for like 45 years or something. And it becomes more and more and more sweet. Like at first you're kind of like, oh yeah, you know, but then just the more and more, it's endless. It's actually endless. It's eternally endless. It's really, really hard to kind of take in something like that when in the material world, you know, your favorite meal, you try and eat it every day for 2-3 weeks, and you know, it's gone. So yeah, that's just something that I thought. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go,
Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo,
Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. Keep going, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One more. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Just one quick thing. Is there some CDs up there? If there's some CDs up there, it's a really awesome idea to get one. They're not very, they're only the cost of what they cost to produce. And then you can play at home and play along with them and not have anyone get down terror. Which we do.
So we're just going to continue on with some more chanting for a little bit. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Jana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Jana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Jana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, 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 Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohan, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Om Hari Om Hari Om Om Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, 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 Gopala, Govinda, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare. Let's cut loose. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where are we going? I'm trying to figure out. I always have this problem whether to go fast or slow. I like slow. Oh, I'll bow to the majority opinion. Yeah, this is I think there's a rigged vote over here. Okay, we'll try. Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Okay, now it's my turn to choose the speed. Okay, just a few more minutes and we're just about finished for the night. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last one. Let's all go together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, That's everybody. Thanks to you, one and all, for your beautiful participation in our meditation session tonight. And what's happening? We've got some chai coming. If anybody wants to stay around for a little bit, and you know, all the fates permitting, we'll be back next week. And see you then. Hari Bol. Thank you, guys.